such a big promise like I did after I left Dortmund that we'll have a year just for us. And after 4 months, you come around the corner with different plans and you have to ask at least.
I remember watching Jurgen in Dortmund when I was still really a student of the game and thinking that's the kind of football we want to play. I think they called it heavy metal. When Mike Gordon called me one day and said, "We're going to have a chance to meet with Jurgen in New York." To me, that was one of the most exciting phone calls I've gotten during the 10 years that we've been with the club.
We met in New York in some law offices, and it was as secretive as it could be, and for whatever reason we got away with it without it making the news.
I was pretty much on fire. They didn't convince me really. So I'm a totally normal guy. I'm the normal one, maybe, if you want this.
Jurgen Klopp, the manager, is a fantastic manager. I think one of the best in the world.
Jurgen is a perfect fit. Leadership is a transfer of emotion, and he does that well.
Jurgen Klopp, the person, is what you see on TV. You know, he's a very open, funny, bubbly guy.
Sometimes he goes shout about something, even when he scores a goal, he screams.
Obviously, he's the boss. That's what he shows as well. But you can always, talk to him, and he will be there for you as well.
I think he gets the Scouse human, if you like.
The next one is...
Giving it business.
I cannot act. The last thing I can do is acting. So that's why I admire actors so much. So no chance.
Giving it business.
Anyone who spends any time with Jurgen, however you feel when you go into a room and you come out of it and feel better.
I love it.
Unless he's shouting at you.
Despite the smiley demeanour, he can be angry. You wouldn't want to mess with him. You know, he's always up for the fight.
If I would see another person doing what I do, I would think, is he crazy?
Well, he's fantastic. I think he's like Shanks in another form.
That relationship that a coach has with the fans dates back to Shankly's period.
Infectious. I think if you ask all of the lads, they would say the same thing. You know, what he does for us as players, as people, is incredible.
For me, life is completely about relationship. I don't want to live alone on a mountain. I want to inspire people. I want to be inspired by people. I want to love. I want to be loved.
He's a large man with a large heart and an incredible passion for doing things the right way.
His charisma and his leadership, and actually his way of working has been a breath of fresh air.
The best word I can say what will describe this was boom. Ooh, what was this? It was really good.
There was now a real buzz around Liverpool. It was just one part of Klopp's master plan to re-energise the club and create a proper football culture.
I think he was trying to create a special atmosphere, not only within Melwood, but within the whole club.
We played West Brom at home. We scraped a 2-2 draw. The end of the game, Klopp went onto the pitch, he got all the players together, and he applauded all the Kop. And the next day, all the journos are going, well, what was all that about? He said, look, if I cannot convince my supporters, our own supporters, that we can score in the last few minutes of a game, what's the point of being a manager?
We could understand it because he was going on to us every single day of what he wanted from our mentality and the never giving up. And I feel as though that West Brom game, the things that happened within the game, he could see that mentality was starting to change.
I didn't think about success in that about the long-term success, winning the trophy, the title, whatever. But I thought about how can we improve the situation. So I had to remind the people maybe that this is a fair business, if you want. We give all on the pitch, and you have to give all on the stands as well. We had a few conversations about that.
Liverpool were fighting again. The Klopp way. High energy, high press. The fans loved it. And Jurgen loved the fans.
Klopp epitomises what Scousers like. They like the fact that, he shows that emotion and he's connected with them.
Klopp straight away has become a hero to the Liverpool fans, especially his antics on the touchline.
and the way he carries on, you know, he's passionate through and through, which is what the Liverpool fans are looking for. That's why we're up here, not to try to get a glimpse. You only come for Klopp.
I met Jurgen in his office in Melwood. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, that his son came over and watched a game at Liverpool, went home and told his dad. He said, "Oh my gosh, Dad," he said, "the people of Liverpool, they're amazing the way they stick together, the support they're giving families of Hillsborough." And he just said, that was one of the reasons why I came, because of the people, the way they believe in what I believe in, is fairness, justice. And I thought that was really nice of him.
The families of the 96 had spent years fighting for the truth. Inquests and inquiries were held, but no sense of justice was felt within the city. In 2016, finally, a second inquiry returned a conclusion of unlawful killing.
Your loved ones were unlawfully killed, and no, the fans were not to blame.
This was by no means the end, but it was a result that could in some way start to heal the pain. On the pitch, Liverpool were now scoring goals for fun. Thanks to a new rock and roll front three. Well, scoring goals wasn't a problem. Stopping them still was. Liverpool needed an organiser, and they found it in Virgil van Dijk. He made an immediate impact and helped take them back to the final of the Champions League.
They got to the final, and that gave them a belief that they could get there and compete. But the next thing you got to do is get over the hump and win a trophy.
Salah's gone down.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too good. He's going to blow in the face.
Shoulder.
I don't know how to describe it, but it was so sad for me. It's like one of my worst time in football.
Well, he's in tears because of the pain and the agony of knowing that he's about to leave the Champions League final.
I don't know. I don't want to be getting emotional with that, but it's like it was really bad.
Klopp had never really thought about goalkeepers in his management career. But he come to Liverpool and he inherited the problem. So they persisted with Mignolet, lots of mistakes, lots of errors. Then they brought Karius in.
Oh, let me see him up by Karius, and it's in the net! A freak goal in the Champions League final!
Cost them a Champions League.
Here's Bale shooting from Ulrich. What a mistake by Karius!
At that point, Klopp goes, enough is enough. We need a top-class goalkeeper. They went and bought Alisson Becker.
It's so hard to get to that point, and then if you can't win the final match, particularly the way I think we lost. That was hard. But I remember Jurgen saying at the time, we'll be back, and damned if we weren't.
Klopp now